What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Force here from Force Strategy Gaming. Where else would I be from, obviously? Today we're going to be taking a look at a matchup between Grubby and Nerchio. As we can see here, the green Protoss player is Grubby on the right-hand side, and in the far left position, we do have AAA Nerchio, and he is, of course, the red Zerg. So we're going to be starting things off today with a Protoss versus Zerg. We're going to be taking a look at this matchup here on Metalopolis. We can see right now already Nerchio moving out his Overlord to that nearest position. This is what you see all Zerg players do, and they bring the Overlord to right around here. That gives them just enough vision to catch the edge of the base if it is in fact there, and then they usually hightail it and move the Overlord to a alternative position. That doesn't always happen, but that's what a lot of players are going to be doing. We get this little flying advertisement over here too. What is that? Looks like that is for an iPod. No, it's for like the there's an advertisement over here somewhere for that. Where is it? I know it's somewhere. It's for like some or it's like gun or something. I don't know what it is. I thought it was somewhere. Maybe it'll show up on this billboard at some point. Anyways, let's pay attention to the game right now. We do have Grubby moving out with his probe, first spotting the incorrect position, but he is in fact right now going to be moving right into Nerchio's base. We can see over here Nerchio gonna be oh, nothing. Yeah, I thought this Overlord flying over here. We're looking at the minimap. I thought that was a spawning pool, but no, it is in fact not. There we go. There's that spawning pool. So gonna be starting off with some one base play. There you have it. Obviously much safer than going up with that fast expansion. Zerg players are going to be doing those one of two things, essentially. Unless they're doing something absurd like a 6 pool or 10 pool. But one of two things. You see that pool and then hatchery, or you see the hatchery and then pool. And that's either going to be, of course, that expo first or getting out those Zerglings first. And then, obviously, another addition early game is going to be the timing of that extractor. And look at that, Grubby coming down with the pylon, allowing him to delay that expansion, even if it's only for a few moments. It's not going to help too much, because in all honesty, Nerchio wouldn't be getting that expo until he's got Zerglings out on the board anyways, and once those Zerglings pop, they're going to actually go ahead down there and start to work there at that pylon. Actually, Grubby not canceling that at all. He didn't, in fact, cancel that as I would have almost expected. A lot of times you're going to see players cancel that to just try to keep that going and then eventually not lose those resources by canceling it again once those Zerglings pop. Anyways, first 4 Zerglings on the way. We do have a Queen coming through as well. Metabolic Boost not starting research quite as of yet. Take a look over here. Grubby still just on the 1 gas, just now getting in that Cybernex core. First Zealot making its way on through as well. Nerchio stealing the gas right here. This can be very difficult to deal with as a Protoss player. A lot of Protoss builds, really central focus of it's going to be heavy gas early game. It's just definitely the case as Protoss, so you really need that gas. Looks like the Zerglings did go ahead and take care of that pylon. The reason I say that is because it's more so the case with Protoss than it is with any other race. Protoss, definitely the earlier stages of the game, they're the most gas heavy. They rely on the most for most of their builds. A lot of Terran and Zerg builds, you're just fine with 1 extractor or 1 refinery. We can't see right now, 1 Zergling going to be moving out to the front of Grubby's base right now to do some scouting. Second Zergling grabbing that tower. Looks like we have a pylon probe coming on through, trying to get some scouting, confirm the fact that that expo is in fact there right now. There goes that metabolic boost. Is he going to pull guys off the gas? No, he's got 2 right now. He pulled 1 guy off, but going to leave those 2 on for now. Overlord chilling out over here. I still want to find that commercial that I was mentioning, that I was foreshadowing to earlier in the game. And look at that, actually getting rid of the extractor. So that's going to allow him to drop that simulator if he chooses to do so. And in fact, there it is. He does have 400 resources, so we're going to be seeing a fast expo. That is very possible right now from Grubby. Or he's going to be dropping a bunch more gateways. No, there's the Stargate right now. So he's going to be opening up with either some Void Ray or Phoenix play. Both are an option. There is another gateway, and I'm going to expect probably 1 more gateway as well. He should be able to afford a 3-gate Stargate, pretty much no problem. Take a look over here for Nerchio. We can see hatchery just about finished right now. Metabolic Boost has just finished as well. There's a Roach Warren. So going to be seeing some Roaches here from Nerchio. Pretty much expected, of course, against a Protoss opponent. The one major concern, of course, though, is if he invests Vespian early game into these Roaches, that's going to set him back on his layer, and that's going to have him put him in a tough spot when it comes to dealing with the Stargate pressure that's going to be coming. There's another gateway. Whoa! There's 3 gateways coming in right now, and there's that 4th gateway as well, and there is a 5th gateway. So we're seeing a 5-gate Stargate. Grubby is going to be incredibly aggressive early game. We can see the Void Ray coming on through. The Warp Gate research is just about to pop those. As soon as those gateways come in, those are going to get transferred into Warp Gates, and then we're going to see a big, strong push from Grubby. Grubby is going all in right here. This is nothing but all in. You cannot go 5-gate Stargate and not consider it an all in. He's just vested so many resources. He's really going to need to make sure that he does tremendous amounts of damage. There's that first Void Ray, second Void Ray coming on through as well. Going to start things out likely with just some harassment with the Void Rays. There is doing some big games probably later, but not right now. I am commentating right now. There's that first Void Ray going to start taking out that Zergling, and one Zergling moving out to scout. Now he didn't spot an Expo, but he did see the pylon, and actually what is Grubby doing? Okay, I know what he's doing. This is not going to finish. He is not finishing. What's going to happen is he's hoping that a secondary scout comes in, and he's going to cancel it and push out. It can't not happen because he's got 5 gateways and a Stargate right now. There's no way he's actually logically expecting to get up an expansion. So there we go. There's the scout from Nerchio, and what's going to happen is Grubby might still keep this up until the very last moment, but then he's going to cancel with the push out. This is a fake Nexus. This is a complete psych out. He's playing mind games right now with Nerchio. That's essentially what he's doing. Overlord Scout moving on into the corner right now. Void Ray has been doing some harassment. You can see he's got 2 kills. There's that second Void Ray popping right now. We're going to be seeing another Void Ray. No, just going to be sticking with those 2 for now, and that is going to get canceled. I am 100% positive. There's no way that cannot get canceled. If he doesn't cancel that, then it's pretty absurd, in all honesty. There we go. So the cancellation going down, and here comes that push. Going to get another warp in. That cancellation, of course, gave him those extra resources. It's going to allow him to pump out a few more units, and here comes a big push. Now, the whole point of that is he pretty much put Nerchio in a mindset that was like, okay, I saw Grubby with an Expo, so I'm not going to get attacked soon. But lo and behold, here comes that big, strong push right now from Grubby. Let's take a look at the army tab. 30 supplies opposed to 11. Nerchio is completely outmatched right now. He's going to need to pump out a ton of units. Trying to come out with a third as well. This is, of course, a big mistake because Grubby, again, canceled that Nexus, giving him the extra resources to pump out some more units, and this strong push is pretty much almost guaranteed to be too much right now for Nerchio to handle. He was, in fact, going ahead and canceling that Expo as he needs to do. He's going to have to come out with a ton of units. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. There's 2 Void Rays. Even with the... I don't care how many Roaches Nerchio came out with. These 2 Void Rays would, of course, be able to mop those up no problem because they can, of course, not hit them, and you can see we're sitting with no anti-air ray here. And yeah, there was no, because he ended up killing off the Queen. So there you go. Very tricky play by Grubby here in the first game of this series. Definitely like to see that. It's so frustrating to have to deal with. You scout, you expect one thing, and then something completely different happens. Taking a look here in Nerchio Vision, you can see that he still thinks that Expo, he had still thought until the very last moment of that game that Expo was up. We saw Nerchio this game start off with a very safe, very standard Zerg build against a Process player. Began with 1 base, getting out Metabolic Boost and some early game Zerglings, then went for his Expo and moved right into Roaches. Grubby opted for anything but normal, starting things out with a early game Void Ray and a 5 gate. You can see there's 4 gateways right here, and then here was his 5th gate, and of course there is the first Void Ray moving out across the board. At about 7 minutes game time, Nerchio did move out with a Speedling to check for a possible Expo of Grubby. About 30 seconds later, Nerchio moved out again with a Zergling. However, this time, Grubby did in fact have an Expo there. However, this did in fact turn out to be a false Expo, as Grubby let Nerchio scout it and then actually went ahead and canceled the Expo, allowing him to push out with that heavy 4-gate Stargate push. Unaware that Grubby's Expo was canceled, Nerchio droned up fairly hard and did in fact actually end up going to try to get a 3rd base as well. Those 2 things combined pretty much put him in a position where he couldn't handle the strong push that did come from Grubby, and again, that was a 4-gate and Stargate with some Void Rays, and that fake canceled Expo is pretty much what did Nerchio in. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the cast. If you do like the content, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and as always, guys, keep watching and keep owning.